Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Micks Mowers, and today's episode we're going to be taking a little look at this McCullock Hedge trimmer, which is the last one, job lot 5 that came in. The generators were up and running, did nothing to that, but still FS40, did nothing to that either. The multi-tool handy was new fuel lines and now runs with a new bung, and the lawnmower was just overfilled with oil, so that's 4 out of the 5 running, and literally I haven't even turned a spanner yet. I don't know what happened to this McCullock, we shall see. Incidentally, if this is your first time in watching the Micks Mowers YouTube channel, don't forget to subscribe and whack the old bell, set your notifications to all. That way you'll get notifications to tell you I have released another video, or in fact I'm on my weekly Saturday night live stream between 6 and 10 where you can come up, chat with me and chat with other people all over the world who deal and work with small engines, which is a fantastic thing to do. So we're going to get on and do this McCullock Hedge trimmer and get it on the bench, see what happens. I have done nothing other than just pull it over to test for compression. That's all I have done. We'll have a look at it. The tank does look stupidly small, but that's what it is. It's not a professional one. It's just literally just a private use, you know, around your own garden sort of job. So have a look at it. Hopefully we'll get it to run, because hedge trimmers do sell quite well, especially just as the season comes in and wants to cut their hedges back, all that sort of lovely stuff. So we'll have a look at it and see how we get on. So without further ado, let's get down and dirty and let's check out this little McCullock hedge trimmer. Right, let's get up on the old bench. Here she is. A little bit of oil over it. Well, I fired up the lawnmower the other day in my shed because it was overfilled with oil, so it's a bit messy. But done nothing to it at all. The fuel tank, as I say, is absolutely tiddly. That's it. You're not even going to get 500 mil in there. Oh, telephone call. 2 seconds, hold the line. That was my mate Luke. We were having a bit of a saga with his Honda Izzy, which a video will be coming out. You should have already seen the video by now. I've got another Honda Izzy donut lawnmower in. Bloke said it was 16 inch blade, and it ain't. It's the same one as what he's got. So, but that saga continues at the moment. I'm looking for a 16 inch Honda Izzy. So that's that. Right, what am I going to do? Let's get a bit of fuel. Put that in there. It should run at 50 to 1, I'd say, somewhere in that region. 50 to 1 generally, that's what I generally run them all at. It's got compression, as I say. Let's have a quick look inside here to see what the fuel lines are actually doing. So I've got to get in here with fuel lines. So I've got 2 fuel lines going in. I can see the return, and I can see the one with the filter. That's all in place. The pipes don't look too bad, so best left alone until we can see what's going on with it. Let's get a bit of fuel. I'm not going to need a lot, that's for certainty. It'll probably only hold about 250 mil, but I'll make 500 up and see what we're doing. So another 500 mil goes into there. I could took it out of this steel trimmer, to be fair, but there's no telling when it's going to sell. And that's got nearly a full tank. So a bit of fuel. A bit of oil, which I now am really running low on. I don't know if I'm going to have enough to mix this up. Let's get my syringe. Might be out of luck. Oh no, I should have just about enough, which is cool. So take me oil out of there. 2 of these is roughly 50 to 1. It might be just over, but it's not the end of the world. When I say just over, I mean just by a hair's breadth, literally. So that can come off, and let's put the cap on that. Give that a stir up. I don't mix a lot of 2-stroke up, literally. Just enough what I need. Let's hear a funny noise, but it might be this trimmer. Oh my lord! That holds nothing. I can hear a funny squeaking noise. It might come from next door. Well, that goes in there. That does that. Nice and tight. How much did that take? It took 200 mil. Can anyone else hear that noise? I can hear it. It's a weird noise. I don't know what it is. Right, let's see if this is going to leak out everywhere. I'm really benefiting from having these new LED lights up, that's a certainty. Right, that's not leaking, which is good. So it holds about 200 ml of juice, which is probably enough just to start it and it cut out. Again, done nothing to this other than put fuel in it and just check the fuel lines. That's all I've done. I think I can see. Oh, I can't see dirt. It's a jet. Let's try and prime this carburetor. We have a priming carburetor. I'm not going to say anything because hedge cutters can be notorious. So I'm not going to say anything yet. Just going to push some fuel through and return it back, just to make sure I'm getting some fuel through. Let's just check the air filter to see if it's got has got a sponge in it. Would be good. See what this is doing. Yeah, it's got air filter in there. It's cool. Looks quite good. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. Let's just see what happens. I'm not going to try and jinx myself. Right, here we go. So give it some pumps and choke on full, choke half, choke off. So I want choke on full, turn it on, which is that way. Right, let's see what happens with this one then. Let's make sure you're recording, which you are. Got compression. That fired. Heard it. Okay, off a choke. Back on. Half. Okay, number one, those blades are not rotating. So it could be a gearbox problem. Let's just see if I can't get them to move ever so slightly. They may just be gummed up. Let's just try and move them. There we go. Lots of grass in here, which is not going to be helping matters. Let's try and find maybe a smaller screwdriver to put in there, just so I can get it to rotate a touch. Slightly smaller screwdriver, that one maybe. Let's give it a squirt of WD-40 as well. Lots of grass in here, and I've got a feeling it might just be, yeah, so much grass has just gone hard and it can't rotate. Let's try it again. Let's put a bit of WD-40 on it just to try and soften it up. If not, I might take the gearbox apart and remove the blades. There's a lot of grass in here, which is not going to be helping. Hopefully them blades are just jump into life. That's right, let's turn it back on, try again. Oh. think. Right, I need to take this this blade off. It should be a couple of Allen keys by the looks of it. Take these blades off and see if I can get that that centre to actually just that centre to move. It may have a broken shaft, which might be why it's been thrown out, which would be a shame because the engine is a runner, and I'm convinced with the blades removed we'll be able to tell if the shaft is actually broken or not. So let's try and remove the blades, free them up. It may be too tight here as well, but first of all I want to check to make sure the main shaft's not gone. So remove these 4 bolts. Can't even get in there. Let me get the dental pick. And pick this stuff out. Because this should be packed with grease in here, and not very many people take these off to inspect them. Yep. It wants to run, but it just can't rev up because the blades won't rotate. I'm just hoping it's not a main shaft issue. If it is, it's quite a bit of work and probably beyond economical repair. Although saying that, I might have, if it will fit, I've got my other partner hedge cutter. Could possibly try and work something out with that. If the parts fit it, we should see. Because this is a Husqvarna offshoot, and the partner is too. Right, let's see what goodies we have installed here. I want to see lots of grease, that's what I'm looking to see. That's the tray off. There's another gasket here. Take that one off. There should be grease behind here. I'm not seeing a great deal, see a little bit. Come on. I know Jason Patty from Patty Performance, he hates 2-strokes. He don't like them at all. I don't mind them. I don't mind them. They're a bit finicky. But sometimes with 2-strokes you can just get lucky. You know, and so far I've been really lucky. Well, let's remove that one. Will that give me that hole right now? Here it goes. Okay. So there's not as much grease in there as what I would like. That spins. Let me now see if I can rotate this blade, which I can't. Oh, just. There it goes, just gone. That was stuck. So I need to clean these blades up, that's number one. Lots of grass in here. So I'm going to spend a bit of time just with a wire brush cleaning all this rust off, but they were definitely sticky, but now they're starting to go. So lots of grease on here needed, just to free them up, and this is actually rotating. So let's give that a bit of a pull, make sure it's turned off. Give that a pull. That's free. Do I dare fire that up? I'll put a bit of a rag down or something, just like cardboard down really. Don't want to suck any muck up, but there's not much grease in here compared to what there should be. Let's try and fire it up now, see what happens. Onto choke. Okay, good. So the main gear has not gone. So we have a problem with the teeth. And the problem is that there's just so much crud in there. It's just catching everywhere. there's a bit of a lock just there. So yeah, I've got to take all this stuff off. You can separate the blades up by undoing all of these nuts, which I won't do just yet. The blades are good condition. I'm going to spend a bit of time with a wire brush and just clean up the wire brush just so I can run a bit better. And then all of this needs packing with grease. It's just catching just there where the blades actually move over. And like just here, you can see with a wire brush. Just here you can see there's so much crud on that tooth. And all I'm going to do is just wipe them off. Painstaking, but it's got to happen. So good clean up. I'll come back when I'm done, and hopefully we'll have these teeth running just a little bit better than what they currently are, because at the moment it's not going to run like it. So give us 2 ticks and I'll come back. Right, it's a bit of a clean up, and they're now running so much better. It's all a bit of a nick there. Must be a nick on one of them somewhere. So they may need sharpening. I don't think it's a cogs. They seem to be okay. But I'm going to run some grease into here, just to help out. And once I get the machine back on its side again, I'm going to give that a good cleaning here, and also pack that with a grease as well, because there's no grease in there at all. That's got really hot, that has, but this is doing its job. So that was clean, and then pack it with a grease, and then we'll put the plate back in and go from there. Right, got my grease, need out of grease too. I'm running out of everything at the moment. It is just that time of year though, so need to stock up. So grease goes in, and I'm quite liberal with mine. It's got to have grease in here to make the gears all work. So make sure you pack it up. I'll clean it with a wire brush and just put my air compressor in to get most of it out, but it is grease, so it's not gonna all come out as much as you would like. So for what there wasn't grease in there certainly is a lot more in there now, which will help. And I want to put a bit of grease on the side of this cog, just so that all runs in exactly where it should do. Just start to feed that into there. I use a multi-purpose grease. Some people say you use a high temperature grease, but I've always used this a multi-purpose. Mind your fingers when you do that. Just start to run it in. You can put too much grease in and the cogs can't move, so don't pack it. But it does need to have quite a liberal sort of covering, otherwise it's not going to do anything. So a bit of grease on there. You may find you may have too much in there and you can't even put this main cog back up inside, so you better tell quite quick. We change that glove because that's covered in grease, and new pair of gloves on. So now what I'm hoping, I think this is going to need a carburetor clean, that's a definite, but now at least these blades should turn. Again, it's just maintenance. Someone's turned it off, just put it away without cleaning it, which happens. So that now goes back into there, like so. There's a shaft, there it is, into place. So that's gone in. Just going to whip these bolts up. Now there's 2 types of bolts. You've got one with a wide thread and one with a narrow thread. The ones with the wider thread, they go into the plastic, okay, which will be these ones here. They go into there. So let me get all these threaded back in. You don't have to sit and watch me do that. I'll come back when I've got all 6 of these in, and then we go from there. So first mistake, I didn't put the plate on. Got a bit ahead of myself. That goes on like so. That's it. And then we can then put those ones back in on top. So once again, when I come back, I'll have this all done up, and we'll turn it over and we'll try and give it a bit of a fire, and we'll see how we get on. Okay, I actually had 2 of the screws in the wrong place, but not a problem. The longer ones, the sort of plastic ones, go at the back, near the back of the engine, not at the front. So, right, hopefully now it will fire up. It's still not running right, I know it's not. It may want a bit of a tune. I can tune it if I can get in there. But we'll see now what it does. Hopefully these blades will now turn, and it'll start to run a little bit better than what it was. So Let's see how we get on. That goes on. It's been tipped upside down, so it's not going to like starting. I'm not seeing a... Okay, it is yet. Carburetor clean, I think. It's not getting the fuel through. Let's try and see what's inside these tuners. It may want a bit of a tune, that might help. So I've got a plethora of tuning tuners. I'm not quite sure what's actually in there. I can't really see. It's a bit rusty. Let's have a little look, see what we're looking at. They could just be standards. Not that one. Not that one. It'll be the last one, no doubt. Could be that one. Yeah, that's it. Right, let's see what we can do with tuning this up. Which is which? High is nearest me. Let's see what we can get. If we try and tune it, see what happens. Get a bit more fuel. I want to run because it's idling really well. I think it might be a carburetor job. Or it's out of fuel because it's a fuel tank. Done and done. Just want a little tiny tune. I think that that fast runner had actually been closed. That's why it didn't want it. I think someone had been in there. It felt like the fast running jet was actually done all the way up. Let's have another quick little go. Turn it on might help. Yeah, happy. I have noticed it's got a spark arrestor at the back as well. I'm going to take that off, give that a clean, because it's been tipped upside down and all sorts. So I'll test that again in the morning, see how we're getting on, but I'm super happy. Okay, so super happy. That's job lot 5 of 5 up and running. The McCullock needed to have the gearbox greased and the blades cleaned, that's all it was. And a little bit of a tune up on the high end of a carburetor now runs. It wants this spark arrestor cleaning. It is clogged, I can see it is. That's not going to help. The generator, put fuel in. The still FS40, put fuel in. The handy multi-tool was new lines, and it needed a new bung. That's done, that's now running. And the lawnmower needed oil taken out of the engine, too much oil in. So 5 out of 5, I can't believe it. For 2 strokes, that's quite rare to get that sort of stuff, but I'm super happy. It should turn a good little profit as well, and hopefully come the season I should be quids in. Incidentally, if this is your first time you're watching Micks Mowers, don't forget to give me a big thumbs up, hit the old subscribe button and whack the old bell. That helps towards the growth of my channel, and also will give you a notification to tell you that I've released another video, or in fact am on my weekly live stream on a Saturday night between 6 and 10. If anyone would like to help me out with my Amazon wish list, it's down in the comment section below. If you want to buy me a gift, a tool, or anything like fuel lines or filters, whatever, feel free, it's down there, no pressure, it's up to you. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it informative. If you did, you know what to do. Give it a thumbs up and leave a comment down below, positive or negative. I don't really mind. But until next time, people, don't forget, more importantly, take her easy.